Hey guys, I'm Miss Optic, and today I'm going to take you through rounding decimals. So when we're rounding to certain decimal places, what we want to look for is this number called our critical digit. So what our critical digit is it's the next number after the decimal place that we want to round to. So for instance, if I have the number 4.1735 and I want to round to 2 decimal places, what I want to do is I want to look at my third decimal place. So this one here, this 3. Now, if this number is 5 or higher, my 7 is going to turn into an 8. But if this number is 4 or lower, my number is going to stay the same. So 7 would stay the same. So we can see that that number is 3, and 3 is less than 4, which means that to 2 decimal places, this number is 4.17. Now, if I wanted to change this, instead of 2 decimal places, I want to take it to 3 decimal places, my critical digit becomes this 5. All right, because it's my 4th decimal place. So it will tell me what's going to happen to my 3rd decimal place. Now, I can see that that number is 5 or higher, which tells me that my 3 is going to change to a 4 because it will become the next number in our number line. So the next number above 3 is 4, and that's what that 5 tells us. Let's do another example. So if I have the number 1.729 and I want to round this number to 1 decimal place, the critical digit that I'm going to look at is this 2. And we know that 2 is less than 4. So this number is going to stay at 1.7. It's not going to change to 1.8. But if I have the number 3.492 and I want to change it to 1 decimal place, I need to look at this 9. That is my 2nd decimal place, and that is going to tell me what I'm going to do with my 4. So we know that 9 is 5 or higher, which means my 4 is going to have to change. So I'm going to have to change it to 3.5. Now, this one's a little bit more complicated. So if I have the number 4.961 and I want to take that to 1 decimal place, what I see is my critical digit, so this 2nd decimal place here, this 6, that's 5 or higher, which means that my 9 is going to have to change. It's going to have to go up 1. But the next highest number after 9 is 10. And that's a bit of an issue for us, all right, because we can't say that it's 4.10. That's 2 decimal places. It's also very wrong because this 9 does not suddenly become 1. All right, that's given us a 0.8 difference in our number. If we just had the number 0.96 and we were taking that up to 1 decimal place, what we would have is we would have 1.0. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 1, we're going to add it to the 4. So we're going to end up with 5.0 as our answer. All right, because we need to have our 1 decimal place, so we're going to keep that 0 where it is. And the next highest number that we have when we go up 0.1 from 9, so we end up at 5. So now you're going to have a go. I'm going to write a few numbers down for you, and I want you to have a go at rounding them to 1 decimal place. So once I've finished, pause the video. When you've finished answering the questions, press play and I'll go through them with you. All right, so with this first one, we're going to look at our critical digit, which is this 1. We know that the number 1 is less than 4. So our answer is 9.3, because that 3 isn't going to change because of the 1. If we look at this second one, we see that our critical digit is 9. That's going to change our 1 to a 2. So 4 is going to stay the same at the front, and we end up with 4.2. This one here, our critical digit is 1, which we know is less than 4. So that means that our 2 is going to stay the same, and so is our 6. So our answer is 6.2. And our last one, our critical digit is 5. And what that tells us is that it's 5 or more, so our number is going to go up. So our 1 decimal place is going to become 6, and our 5 out the front is going to stay the same. So our answer is 5.6. And that is how we round using our critical digit.